Where have you come from and to where are you going? Psalm 105 takes this slice out of 1 Chronicles 16 that I have bracketed. And in the first 15 verses of Psalm 105, these verses are repeated. Here in 1 Chronicles 16, the situation is that David and the Israelites have captured the ark. David has placed it within the tent that he has established in Jerusalem. And now the people can worship the one and only true God, the God who has called them to come to this land and to make this land their own. Did you notice all the praises or calls to praise in this particular passage? Give praise to the Lord, sing to him, glory in his name, look to the Lord, seek his face always, remember the wonders he has done. Sing to the Lord. You can see it again down here towards the bottom, although it's only the first 22 verses here, or excuse me, verses 8 through 22, that the writer there in Psalm 105 transfers to that particular psalm. And so the psalm writer of Psalm 105 takes that section from 1 Chronicles 16 and places it within the flow of Psalms here, like Psalms 104, and we will also see 106. There is so much history and rich reflection in this psalm that it's difficult to isolate a thought or two without neglecting all of the important truths that are being declared. Hopefully, you can see as you read down through the psalm how the writer has gone beyond the calls to praise as expressed in 1 Chronicles 16 and reflected on the history of how God has brought his people into the promised land that he told Abraham that he would give him and his descendants, that they would dwell in this land. And this is one of the major themes of Psalm 105. And it's the theme that I want to call attention to. Everything that the psalm writer expresses in Psalm 105 comes down to the last expression of a call to reflect upon how God has been faithful to his promise to give the land of Canaan to Abraham. And you can see hopefully you can see in Galatians 3:26 how Paul instructs the believers, the Christians, that because they have put their faith in Jesus Christ, they are a part of this great plan, this family that God has promised will rule with Messiah Jesus as expressed in Psalm 2. And so I bring back the question that I raised earlier. Where have you come from and to where are you going? Are you a part of this great family? This great family that God says all believers in Jesus Christ are a part of by having put their faith in Jesus Christ. I ask you, if you are a believer in Jesus Christ, do you recognize this great plan? Do you recognize that you are part of this great family and that God has given you the grace and the mercy and in his sovereign work in your life has called you to participate in this family? Sometimes I think we believers in Jesus Christ have such a narrow view of God's work in our life and how we fit into a big picture. But if we can grasp a little bit of what this psalmist is reflecting on, perhaps we can be drawn to such mighty worship. And if you do not know Jesus Christ, I exhort you, I challenge you, I invite you, come to know him. Turn from your sins and put your faith in Jesus Christ so that you can become a part of this family, of Abraham's seed, because of what Christ has done for you.